Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams among the best passing offenses in the country, both ranked nationally in the passing game. There are weapons all over the field. But if anything, the secondaries ought to be used to it. I mean, they see a lot of this every day in practice. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
And now it's time for the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Both teams are lining up for the kickoff, and we're just about set to get this one underway. Excellent kick. The Horned Frogs have got a guy at quarterback that is a true leader. We found that out this week talking to him.
We sure did, Brad. It was interesting this week, as you and I prepared for this game, finding out that he called a players-only meeting without any of the coaches just to get this team focused and let them understand what it takes to go on the road and to win this kind of game. And when you have that kind of leadership, you got a real chance to be able to go on the road and win.
He put the ball in there perfectly that time.
And let me tell you, this kid has impressed me all day with the touch on his passes. That's a good-looking throw there.
Gets out to around the 48. Great job by the running back, and that's a gain of 9.
That brings in 2nd and 9.
Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
There's the junior cornerback making a very solid stop. Anytime your corners can contribute like that against the run, it gives your defense another advantage.
Nice run to the outside. Burks is the type of player that any coach would dream to have on their roster, and today could really be historic for him. He's on the verge of breaking a record here. He should be awfully proud of what he's been able to accomplish. He sails it long. He hauls it in, and he's finally shoved out at the 3. And the wideout gets a chance to show what he can do.
Oh, he sure does, and he doesn't disappoint either. Great athletic ability.
And they might be coming with a blitz here. On the pass, touchdown. TCU with a 6-point lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's check in with Reese Davis in the studio.
The Sooners came into the game ranked 7th. They're now bungee jumping, and the cord's going to break. And for Houston, they've now won 3 in a row.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. And he's tackled at the 20-yard line. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. Nice run up the middle. out to the receiver, incomplete.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
Here's 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Pretty good gain on the play by the halfback.
And that shows you why he's such a weapon as a ball carrier. Good gain for the offense.
From their own 33-yard line. First down. Going deep, lays it out there. Doesn't get there.
Barnes is intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Easy. Richmond. Come on out here. Richmond. Come get some. Let's go.
Receiver's got it on the screen. And he hits him hard at the 36-yard line.
Number 26 on the tackle at the 36-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Third down and 7. Ball on their own 36. He's under pressure. He delivers. Smith was the intended target, and they're going to have to bring on the punt team.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on the pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
Nunez is waiting for the snap. He punts it away, and there's no hang time on this one. Calls for the fair catch. Let's find out if the defense has made any adjustments after giving up a touchdown on that last drive.
Well, it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to have an idea of what you're doing and how to attack a defense. And right now, these wide receivers clearly have done an outstanding job in being able to make it.
Intercepted. It's the sophomore corner. And he's tackled around the 38-yard line. From their own 38-yard line. It's first down. And they make the stop right around the 40.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Nice run to the left there. So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4. Quick pass, man open, and he dropped it. They're going to be forced to punt it away here.
On third down, the defense was expecting the pass, and they defended the play very well in the secondary.
Moore is back deep to return.
Great job by the punter of getting the ball inside the 20 and turning over field position for his defense.
We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
Pitch is back. Steps out of bounds around the 34-yard line.
Well, it's a nice first down by this offense, and you can see the wide receiver here carries the football. You're talking about a very versatile offense that's tough to defend and very unpredictable.
tackled at the 30. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
From their own 30-yard line. Second down. TCU is up a score. Atkins takes it right side. Nice run, and he's brought down. Atkins comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And he's shoved out of bounds at the 49.
Makes the reception. Call it a gain of 16 yards. First down.
Quick throw. It's on the ground. It's scooped up, and it's a lineman that's got it. From the 46-yard line, it's second down. Pitch is out, and the ball is up for grabs. Recovered by the defense. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. And down he goes around the 46-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Deep ball, laying it out there. Can't connect. Nobody was going to catch up to that one.
This guy needs to just calm down. He fired that one about as far as he could throw it.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Here's a screen to the wideout. He's at the 30. Tackle made at the 18-yard line. From the 18-yard line, 1st down. Tackle right around the 12-yard line. Throws it in a hurry.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brought down around the 2-yard line. First and goal from the 2. Let's see if they just don't try to power their way into the end zone here. The Bears had one of their key players go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to get back in the lineup. And he's taken down at the 2.
No gain. That brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's the 8th play of the series. He's taken down just outside the goal line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That makes it 3rd and goal.
Third down now and goal to go. 1 yard to the goal line. A long ways yet to go, but at the end of one, the Horned Frogs with a touchdown lead. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Baylor! Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A nice 9-play, 54-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. They coughed up the pigskin the last time they had the ball. Let's see if they can hold on to it this time.
The defense, I'm sure, will be aggressive again. They love going for the strip and attacking the football.
Passes left, gets it out to the halfback. He's to the 40. He steps out at the 48-yard line.
Call it a gain of 23 yards. First down.
Slings it. They'll bring him down at about the 37-yard line.
For a gain of 15 yards. First down.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he tackles him hard at the 30-yard line.
Call it a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Caught out in the open. Out of bounds right around the 18-yard line. A nice-looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
They try to get a head start there.
False start, offense.
Sometimes what happens on a false start is a lineman will see movement on the other side of the ball and be coaxed into jumping early.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 15. Up the middle for a nice gain. Swain gains around 6 yards on the counter play right there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. What a play to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Gain of 16 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
It looks like they're going to blitz. And they'll bring him down behind the line.
That might have actually been a situation where he should have kept it. The back didn't have any room to run.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Looks to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. And for Burks, he's coming very close to breaking the school record for career touchdown passes.
What an awesome field general he's been in his time here. Orchestrating all these scores comes so naturally to this guy.
TCU is up by 6, and he converts the extra point. An 8-play, 80-yard drive, and the result, 7 points.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch practice and watch a 7-on-7 drill to not see the ball touch the ground. This time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the quarterback and the receiver.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line. With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way.
Ready, green 88.
And he makes it out to about the 17-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 17-yard line. 2nd down. Caught, open field. He's pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Zips it to the back, and he's tackled around the 40-yard line. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of holding on to the football.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. He makes it to the 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again. Runs it left for a decent gain. So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Good outside run there.
Great job here converting and keeping this defense on the field. They're getting very tired.
Gets it out in a hurry. And this play is number 8 on the drive. Strike to his receiver, no good.
He'll learn he doesn't always need to use his cannon. Sometimes precision is more important than power.
Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 37.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Pulls it in, and that's a first down. And they make the stop at the 32. And this is the 10th play of the drive. He's tackled at about the 13. Here's the 11th play of the drive. The Bears wide receiver out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback later in this game. And he carries the ball for a nice gain. It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 8. Runs it, and he stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't
That is a loss of 1 yard.
out of this.
3rd down.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. Throws middle. Here's the tight end. Touchdown.
You got to give each of these guys credit for getting in sync, really fighting to create that touchdown.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. He makes the PAT. Baylor lines up for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
This is my kind of game. We're getting a chance to see so many touchdowns. I just wonder if this offense could continue the flow that we've seen from the previous 3 series.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime. Quick throw, almost intercepted.
It can be tough making a play on the ball sometimes, but that's probably a pick he should have made.
From their own 25-yard line, it's 2nd down. Had his hands on it and dropped it.
The defensive coordinator did a great job with the play call there. He put his defense in alignment and a position to be able to make a play on the football. Everything worked perfectly. They just dropped the football. Boy, the offense caught a break there.
They hand it off. Tackled after decent pickup. Nice gain of around 7 yards on that delay.
That brings us 4th and 3.
Thornton is waiting for the snap.
You like that? You like that?
And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line.
The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
I love the toughness here by this quarterback, sitting in until the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. He's got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and a toughness to sit in that pocket.
From their own 34-yard line, it's 2nd down. Scrambling around.
That's a bad play overall by the offense. The quarterback's doing everything he can to be able to make the play work and try to execute. The problem is the offensive line did not do a good job protecting him. They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He lost the ball, and the ball bounces out of bounds. From their own 46-yard line. First down.
Ready?
And down he goes around the 46-yard line.
Very solid gain through the air. I'm impressed with the poise of this quarterback and the ability of the receiver to keep his concentration and get his hands on the football.
So it's second down and about 2 yards to go. And a quick throw. And he is drilled at the 31. The pressure got there, and it's intercepted.
The defense really cranked up the heat there. Give those guys all the credit for forcing a desperation pass.
From their own 16-yard line. It's first down. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. Tackle made at the 43. The Horned Frogs taking their first time out of the half. I guess he'll throw this one as far as he can and hope for a miracle. He chucks it downfield. We've played a half. We're deadlocked right now at 14. Well, we welcome you back to the action. Just about set to start the second half in a tie ball game. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line. You don't want to squander any possessions, but maybe now's the right time to dip into your bag of tricks a little. Think about some gadget plays to catch the defense napping. Got a man. Watch out here. Across midfield. Inside the 30. To the 10. Touchdown, Bears. Kirk, that was a beautiful pass and a nice catch.
Well, this is one of those plays you just sit back and admire. The quarterback threw the ball perfectly. And again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
Where was the coverage there? There wasn't anybody near him at all. And he adds the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. They'll work the left side. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
Second.
5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. He gets rid of this one.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Ball on the 28-yard line. He steps out right around the 34. Bennett back to return it. Bennett fields at the 30. He's to the 40. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line.
The last time out, they were able to pick up big chunks of yards through the air. You wonder if they'll go back to that same strategy, or will they start to lean a little bit more on their ground game?
They'll bring him down at the 37-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 37. Baylor is up by a touchdown. First down grab. And they push him out right around the 22-yard line. From the 22-yard line. First down. He fights forward to about the 19.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Delivers to the halfback on the screen. He's taken down at the 6-yard line. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. And he's taken down at the 3.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Heading for the corner. Touchdown, Baylor. And he hits the PAT. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. Their last drive resulted in a punt, so let's see if they can put together something a little more promising here.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
Now he pitches it. They bring him down in the backfield.
It's never good for a back's confidence to get tackled for a loss. But this guy knows that he's got to just keep at it, and the holes will start to open up.
Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on their own 24. Pushed out of bounds at the 38. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
Well, they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
And he just gets rid of it. From their own 38-yard line. Second down. Brought down at the 38-yard line.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
False start, offense.
They'll give this one another try after the flag.
And on 3rd down, too. That's when you don't want those kind of things to happen.
The penalty pushes them back even more. It makes it 3rd down and 15. And he gets a yard on the run. Thornton awaits the snap. They'll bring him down at the 42-yard line. Nice yardage on the run back. The offense really came up with a nice drive there last time out, and most of those yards came through the air.
This defense needs to improve from front to back. The line needs to put more pressure on the quarterback, and the defensive backs need to stick it to these receivers with tighter coverage.
From their own 47-yard line. Second down.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
And that's what we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely nice pass play here. The quarterback shows some guts here throwing this one into coverage, but good accuracy and, again, great timing on the throw.
From the 45-yard line. First down. Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Caught, and he's hit immediately.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Third down, and they need to get it down to the 35. Got his man. Oh, what a hit. Jones gained 7 yards with a catch there. And the goal line defense digging in here. And he's tackled around the 33-yard line. And the tailback picks up the first down.
You like how the offense is playing intelligent, controlled football. Here, using the safe run to get the first.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. He's wrapped up for the sack.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 14.
This is the 10th play of this drive. They're just 1 quarter away. The Bears lead it by 2 touchdowns. Back in this very pivotal 4th quarter.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Ready? 98 Weasel. 98 Weasel.
Gets it out quickly. And they make the stop at about the 19-yard line. He's now over 1,500 yards in receptions. What a remarkable season.
And this speaks volumes about the connection he has with this quarterback. I'm sure he'd tell you he wouldn't be where he is without this guy getting him the ball.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 17-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's the 12th play of the drive. Tackle at about the 15-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Thirteenth play of the drive coming up.
Eagle! Eagle! Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Set! Run!
It as he throws, and this one's going to be intercepted. He didn't throw it away under pressure, and it really cost him.
It sure did. He saw that he was going to get hit and just threw one up for grabs. He's got to learn to take the sack.
From their own 20-yard line, it's 1st down. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He's tackled at about the 47-yard line.
This is just an incredible pass and catch for the huge gain. These guys will not go away lightly.
They come out in an empty backfield. And down he goes at the 44.
The offensive line needs to do a better job of not only handling the defensive linemen, but getting up to the linebackers. That way the ball carriers will have a little bit more room to get to that second level.
Second down, 13 yards to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. They try running left. Gets to about the 47-yard line. Bennett is back deep to return the punt. From the 15. He's out to the 30, and he makes it out to about the 31-yard line. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Throws incomplete. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. Needs to look at his progression and find the second and third receiver.
From their own 31-yard line, it's second down. And he is drilled at the 33.
Gain 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Complete. Tackle made around the 46-yard line.
Makes it 1st and 10.
From their own 46-yard line. First down.
Easy. There you go. Let's go.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Mike 50. Here we go.
He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. Just under 3 to go in regulation. Now he's scrambling. And bring him down around the 40-yard line. Makes it to the 31. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9. TCU's going to take their first time out of the hat. Short yardage situation here. 2nd down and 1. And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Man, these guys can be aggressive. When you stand back there and take hits like that, you definitely are going to feel it the next day.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive.
Mike's 50. You're not ready. Black 90. Black.
And he tackles him hard at the 48-yard line.
Oh, that is a big hit on the quarterback. That's one of those as an offensive lineman. When the film study starts to come around, you're going to kind of sink in your chair and just hope they don't call you out because you're going to get embarrassed on Monday on that one.
The sack makes this a 4th and very long. Moore is back to receive. He punts it away. It's a high kick.
45-yard punt.
The Horned Frogs have just not been able to get that offense rolling at all today.
I think they're confused. I think it starts up front with the offensive line. They're not having the typical game that you'd expect to see from them as far as communication. I think it's affected the rest of the offense.
Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt. pushed out of bounds.
Called a gain of 12 yards. First down.
From their own 15-yard line. First down. Just under 2 minutes in the game. With a quick throw. And it's caught. He can't get him, and he's still going. And he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. He's got 100 yards in the game now.
Well, this guy is such a big part of this offense. If he doesn't get his numbers, they usually don't have much success moving the football.
He steps out at the 30.
You know what? After a play like that, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they went to the air again.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. He steps up, throws on the run. He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
Maxwell intended receiver on the play. Third down.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He throws left. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown. And that touchdown gets these guys right back in the game. We're looking at a 1-score ball game now. Just under 2 to go in the game. And he adds the extra point.
There's a flag on the field.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
You know, there are a lot of things that can go wrong on an onside kick, but
Still
kicking the ball out of bounds is one of the last things you'd be worried about.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game. He takes a knee, looking to take some time off that clock. Second down and 12. Ball on the 48. Favorite play in football of your quarterback. Take a knee. Nothing more demoralizing for the defense than seeing the opposing quarterback take a knee. A great game here today in a tight one. 28-21, Bears. So, Kirk, how would you sum up the action in this one?
This is the kind of win that can make a team's season. Pulling off the upset in nail-biting fashion. Fantastic team victory. Baylor forgot that the big underdog isn't supposed to win. And this wasn't easy. but they played with purpose. They played confidently, and that's how they came away with an upset win.
For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.